Welcome to the Azeroth Times, the podcast where I tell you what I find in game and what's going on. Hello, this is Azeroth Times. This is Chris.
This is Brandon.
And we're going to bring you an awesome show today. We've kind of changed it up a little bit. I kind of came across some stuff and I figured we might do it every week, maybe. I don't know. But I'm going to bring that up later. That way I make sure you listen to all of it. But the first thing we're going to do, we were going to talk about hotfixes on the 22nd. And I left it out last week. That was my fault. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you some hotfixes that were scheduled for January 22nd. On the achievements, they fixed an issue where fallen acolyte Arison would not grant credit for the achievement Adventure of Bastion. Ooh, that would. And there is a lot on that achievement, so it would suck if you didn't get the credit for that achievement.
I don't know if I've done any, or I don't know if I've done any, did it or not.
It's complete the following special encounters in Bastion. So if you went and killed all the rares and didn't get the achievement, that would be bad, yeah.
Oh. And then they did a hot fix for some of the classes. Did one for hunters, marksmanship, explosive shot, which is a talent, will now only show up as a debuff on the enemy's nameplates for the hunter who casts it.
Oh. And mages will to survive, which is a human racial, and gladiator's medallion trinket will no longer prevent mages from pressing alter time again to return to their previous location. Well, that would be weird. I guess it was preventing them from altering time. Wow.
I think I know what that ability is. I think I've used it once.
Yeah.
Shamans, they fixed using Spirit Walker's Grace while already channeling Fey Transfusion, which is a Night Fey ability, will no longer interrupt Fey Transfusion's channel, and Spirit Walker's Grace now allows you to use Fleshcraft, which is a Necrolord ability, while moving.
And then on Covenants,
those abilities.
Then Covenants of Vinithir, the point of interest indicator for beast control should now be easier to see on the map. I don't know if it was just like too small and nobody would see it or what was going on. Then Prince Renathal's decree is now removed from your inventory after turning in Fangs and Mines. So I guess it stayed in your inventory after you turned it in.
Yeah, little bugs. Ow. Let's see here. Did some creatures and some NPCs. They fixed an issue where Horde characters could not see the refugees from the Undercity and Orgrimmar, and some Alliance characters could not see the refugees from Teldrassil and Stormwind.
Okay. Yeah, it'd be good
They're
to see
just
them.
not there.
Oh, they're in stealth.
You're blind.
Okay, now Dungeons and Raids, Castle Nathria, Lady and Nerva Darkvein. The bottle enema no longer targets player pets and guardians. Yeah, interesting.
Mists of Tierna Sith. Tiernan villagers overgrowth can no longer gain the bolstered effect on Mythic Keystone difficulty. And let's see, Mist Caller. Illusionary Vulpin is no longer immune to Death Grip and Disorient abilities, and Illusionary Vulpin will now recast Freeze Tag Fixation if Freeze Tag Fixation is cancelled.
And on Time Walking, Grimbatal resolved an issue in which Hooked Net could sometimes fail to correctly summon the Hooked Net enemy, permanently rooting players. Yeah, that would be.
I wonder if it would permanently actually root a gnome, considering gnomes have the get out of jail free card.
Probably not on that case.
Right. Items and rewards. Upgrading a PvP item by spending honor will now remove the ability to refund that item.
Oh.
Okay.
They fixed an issue where the Bastion treasure at the Grace of the Remembered could experience issues for players who left quickly after interacting with the drink tray.
Then the mana return of the Show of Faith and corrupted eggshell trinkets has been reduced to be in line with items of comparable item level.
Oh. And then ripe Purians can no longer be traded or sold on the auction house.
Oh, and you can just go pick those up. That's Torghast, Tower of the Damned. Fixed an issue where some spells were not showing a portion of their visuals if projected textures were disabled in the system settings menu.
Oh, yeah. It's always good to see spells.
Yeah.
Or see the visuals.
Yeah, the stuff.
And then anima powers on hunters. Neural pet enhancer will no longer sometimes incorrectly be retained on your pet while not using eyes of the beast.
And then rogues resolved an issue that could cause unceasing chain link to cease functioning after ascending a floor. So I guess going up a floor.
Yep.
It wouldn't work.
Alright, well that was the hot fixes on the 22nd. Now we'll talk about some PvP tuning that they're going to do on the 26th. Now, what they said was we're working on a new set of PvP tuning changes that will be applied to the game with weekly maintenance in each region. January 26th in this region. Here's what we're currently testing. Now, player versus player. Players now deal 20% less damage to Death Knight, Hunter, and Warlock pets. Oh, that's a good thing, I guess. Huh?
So you just can't kill their pets. People were just killing their pets.
I
Makes
guess
them
so.
pretty much useless.
Well,
In 2v2 arenas, dampening will begin at 20% when both teams have either a tank or healer. Ooh, that's gonna suck.
and then for druids, Convoke the Spirits no longer cast Full Moon and Feral Frenzy when engaged in combat with enemy players.
Mage, Triune Ward, Legendary, now provides 50% effective barriers. Was 65% in PvP situations. And for Fire, Infernal Cascade, Conduit, effectiveness reduced by 33% in PvP situations.
And then for Paladins, for the Holy Spec, Divine Favor, which is an honor talent, cooldown increased to 30 seconds, was 25, and now increases cast speeds by 30%, was 60. And then Protection or Ret, Word of Glory's healing has been reduced by 20% in PvP situations.
Good.
Yeah.
Needs to be.
Then, as always, they'll post updates if they make changes to the changes. And the final adjustments will appear in our hotfixes update as soon as they go live.
Yeah.
Now, what a lot of people might want to know, what are the top ranking tanks? Right now, at number 5 is Blood Death Knights. So if you're playing a Blood Death Knight, you're ranked 5th. And then Guardian Druids are 4th. Vengeance Demon Hunters are 3rd. Prot Paladins are 2nd, so that means Brewmaster Monks are ranked on top.
Brewmaster Monks.
And let me tell you, there's a little bit of the rank between 1st and 2nd, but there's a big jump when it goes to 3rd, from 2nd to 3rd. But the third, fourth, and fifth are pretty close. And then, let's see. Well, the most popular tanks people are using right now at the third at almost a cool million runs is Brewmaster Monk. So a lot of people are playing Brewmaster Monks. At second at almost 2 million are Prot Paladins. That's what I play. And then in first, which is 2.2 million runs, is the Vengeance Demon Hunters. So a lot of people are playing those Vengeance Demon Hunters right now. Alright, now, you want to tell them about the DPS ranks?
Yep. Now, let's see. This information is coming from Noxic. These are as of 9.0.2 Shadowlands. These rankings are level 60 using new raid gear. There'll be frequent updates to this each week. But for this week, I'm not going to do all 24
Oh yeah, that would take
specs.
forever.
I will tell you that survival for hunters is 24th, so don't do it. But
Was that the bottom one, 24? Yeah.
Yeah,
You don't want to do.
but we will do we'll do 10 to number 1. In 10th place is Arcane Mage. It looks like they're doing about 6,400 or so. 91.7%. Then you have what is Outlaw?
Rogue.
What is that?
Rogue.
Rogue?
Yeah.
Rogue at a little more than that.
Barely.
Yeah, I'm talking
Like, 11?
a few points.
Higher? Yeah.
They're 91.9%. Then you have Arms Warriors, which are 92%.
And they're only 7 points higher.
You got
the last
Fire. 7th place, you got Fire Mage,
which is almost 100 points more.
which is 93.3%. 6th place, you have Windwalker, Monk,
Which is about almost about 70%, 70 more points.
94.3% is what they're doing. Then you have Subtlety Rogues at level, or at rank 5.
Yep.
94.3%. Same as pretty much. I'm talking them and Windwalker, Subtlety and Windwalker.
4th, 5th, and 6th place are really, really close.
Yeah, even 4th place, which is Unholy Death Knight.
They're only 1 point higher than Subtlety Rogue.
So if you miss a button, as one of these other classes, Windwalker could take over, or Subtlety or whatever. 3rd place, it looks like is Balance with Balance. I'm sorry, Laser Chicken, or Crit Chicken, or whatever, Dancing Chicken, or Druid, but whatever you want to call it, Caster Druid is 3rd place, and it's quite a bit higher. At 97.3%. Then you have Feral Druid, which is Kitty Cat Druid, and it comes in at a whopping 99.5% at over 7k DPS. And then on the top, I never thought I'd see them on top, but they're on top. Shadow Priest with almost 7,050 DPS. They're on the top of the list. So I guess Shadow Priests are good this week. People are using them this week, so they're getting out there.
Yep. Alright, well, that's about it for this week. That's the new thing that we're doing now, is we're going to tell you some of the top tanks and stuff like that, and the top DPS. So I think that's it, so have fun playing the game.
As always.
This show is brought to you by Heartland Production Entertainment. If you'd like to help to make the show better, go to patreon.com/heartlandpae.